As from Greece. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. This is my 36th day of this course I decided to start to just maybe help people. I don't know, but maybe help people to see things in a different way, to take a teaching that could provide them solace. And hi, Deborah from Vancouver. Hi, Holly, Ashley. So maybe this could offer some peace in these catastrophic, cataclysmic times of change and upheaval. One thing is undeniably clear, that every one of us has been affected. We may have been affected in a more positive way. We may have been affected more negatively, but it's very clear that affected we are. And because we are affected, we are called to rise through our psychology. You see, at the end of the day, it's our psychology that matters the most. At the end of the day, how our mind handles it is going to dictate our life experience. So let's talk about that a little bit, because I'm a psychologist and this is what I'm fascinated by. That's why I do the work I do, because I know that our minds rule our destiny. They're not in charge of our destiny. They're not the creators of our destiny, but they rule the life experience. They rule the emotional expression. They rule how we show up. So our minds, therefore, are our most valuable commodity, right? So somebody's writing here that they're worried, they're in a cycle of despair. So where does worry come from? Where does despair come from? You may think it comes from the outside. Part of it does, but a huge part of it comes from us, right? So taking charge of that part that is under our co-creation. Not everything is created by us, but we are co-creators. So taking charge of that is the key. So write in there if you believe you are a co-creator of your life experience. Tell me if you believe. Take a pause, take a pen or type. If you believe that you are a co-creator of your life experiences, and to what extent. Adeline talks about the uncertainties in her job. So Wendy says yes, she believes she's a co-creator. Runner is worried about her son who is struggling with anxiety. Kids are not sleeping. Shirley believes she is a co-creator. Preeti says, I am a co-creator. So let's talk about that, okay? Because that's where we have power. We don't have power over much else, but we have power in owning our co-creation. So let's talk about that. As a therapist, I see something that maybe most of you don't, because I get to see client after client after client, human after human after human, and I begin to notice patterns. And it's just fascinating to me how similar we all are. So take a pause and I'm going to ask you, what's the one thing every human suffers from? What's the one thing every human suffers from? Let me see. Hi, Carrie from San Diego. So what's the one thing every human suffers from? Across the board, rich, poor, black, white. So the spiritual psychologist says fear. Yes, fear is correct, 100%. You're right. But I am looking for a slightly more nuanced answer. On another day, it would be fear. So don't worry. I'm always switching it up. So no, not depression. Okay, so the one thing one suffers from is death, yes, ultimately. But sometimes you could die before everyone else dies, right? Simmi says unhappiness. Shikha says expectations not met. Santi says not understanding the self. These are great answers. Muslim says the same thing. Muslimah says the same thing. Doubt, fear of death, stress, anxiety. Beautiful. The future. These are all great answers. Not the answer I'm looking for today, but that's just arbitrary. Because on another day, it'll be another answer. Attachment, beautiful. Hi, Victoria. Okay, so today, my answer is not coming up. Self-esteem, loneliness, yes. Oh, there it is. Sheena got it. Sheena got my answer today. It's unworthiness. So now all the answers were great, yes? So it's a great way to just think about all the things we have in common. Look how many things we have in common. So Sheena says, and she's right, that's the answer I was looking for today, unworthiness. So what is fascinating to me is that all of us think we are lesser than. It's unbelievable. You can get the richest guy in the world, I bet you, he'll want to be richer, or want to be a better athlete, or want to be taller, or ask Jeff Bezos, he'll be like, I want more hair, right? That's it. This makes me so unhappy that I don't have hair. So it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. Go to any top model and she will be suffering, especially the top model, with unworthiness. So what is unworthiness? Unworthiness has many layers to it. And it's so important to understand your unworthiness and how it's acting out right now in this pandemic. Because it could change your life experience if you change your unworthiness to worthiness. So unworthiness is this belief we have, this fundamental core belief that we got from childhood. That who it is we are is just not good enough. So if you're a good cook, but you're not a good cello player or a good gardener, not good enough. If you're a good cello player and a good gardener, but you're not tall enough and skinny enough, not good enough. If you're tall enough and skinny enough, but you have only 2 children and not 3, not good enough. If you have 3 children and you are a cello player, gardener, you know that game, right? And you are tall and skinny, but you're not a good writer and you've been dying to write a book, but you can't publish a book, not good enough. So it doesn't matter. But this is the delusion. So a few classes ago, I talked about Buddha's delusions of ignorance, craving, and aversion. Here we go again. We crave to be something we're not. We're aversive to who it is we are right now. And this is the fundamental ignorance that causes suffering. We are always trying to be something else. So even me, as a psychologist, no, it's not enough that I'm just a psychologist. I must be every kind of psychologist. So I must be a hypnotherapist kind of psychologist. I must be a Jungian kind of type of psychologist. I must be a Freudian type. I must be knowing how to do Santi and play therapy. These are all different things in psychology. Child and adolescent. I must be an expert in the aged and the disabled. I must know it all. So even me, every time I'm going through the internet and all these courses come up, I go crazy. Oh, I should do this. I should do that. I should do this. I should go on a run. No, I should learn some pottery. No, I should not learn some pottery. Maybe I should go and do some watercolor paintings. No, not watercolor paintings. Let me go on my bike. No, forget the bike. Let me go hike up a mountain. Forget the mountain. Let me go scuba diving. Forget scuba diving. Let me go to the beach. Forget the beach. Let me call a friend. You know you're like that. You're totally like me. Right? You want to bake. You want to sew. You want to do everything. Especially if you're a woman. It's this plague. And it's not because we're curious. It's not because we are incessant learners. It's because there's a hunger in us that tells us who it is we are is not good enough. And guess who we project this onto? Who do we project this onto? Who gets the brunt of this? You can tell me in your life who gets the brunt of it. I want to hear from you. Angela says, then I end up doing nothing that day. Exactly. Janelle is right. Our kids. Our kids. Sometimes the husband too. Come on. But definitely the kids. So the kid now needs to be, I always say a little bit of Mother Teresa, a little bit of Julia Roberts, a little bit of Michael Phelps, a little bit of Yo-Yo Ma, a little bit of everything. But yet when they're Mother Teresa and they give away your computer or your laptop to their best friend, you're like, what did you do? You gave away my laptop? And the kid is like, you told me you like Mother Teresa, who's got this compassionate, charitable heart. I gave away your laptop. And you're like, you bloody fool. Like, what is wrong with you? Do you have no brains? I also said, be like Bill Gates, be like Jeff Bezos, be a smart business woman or a businessman. Like, what are you thinking, child? And the child is like, make up your mind. Some days I need to be this. Another day I need to be that. Then I need to sleep in. Then I need to not sleep enough. What is it? I need to enjoy life, or is life terrible and suffering? Can you please make up your mind? Should I be happy or should I work hard? Because sometimes the two don't match. So we confuse our kids, and they're right. But we don't let them know we're right, because then there would be mayhem and anarchy. So we tell them that they just don't understand. They're not smart enough. And when they're old enough, they'll understand what we're talking about. We hope. Because we still don't know what the hell we're talking about. But underneath, there is a thirst, a greed, a lack, a great, great lack. We want the kids to be Buddhas. We want the kids to be Jesus. We want the kids to be I don't know what. And your kid is just a schlumpy schlump on the couch. And it kills you. Because your kid reminds you of everything you've so tried not to be, a schlump. And if your kid, the schlumpier your kid, then you're going to kill your kid. Because that kid mirrors your greatest fear. But it doesn't matter. Even if your kid is a fantastic genius, Miss Prim and Proper, even then it won't be good enough, because then you'll be scared that that kid is a pushover and a machine. Never mind you raise them to be a machine. So the point is that we're never good enough. And this is a seed that is in our brain. But the beauty is all of us are feeling it. I want you to like me. You want me to like you. So we're looking at each other, but we are like, does she like me? Does he like me? And you're saying the same. We're all just sharks, hungry for validation from the other. But we're all doing this to the other. How insane are we? And we're all thinking that we're lesser than. Everyone. I've never met a human who says, I'm good enough, unless they've done a lot of work on themselves. Now maybe on a really good day, if all the planets are lined up and like literally no one said a word to me that was off, I could say, today I feel good enough. But any moment that could totally collapse. It could not even collapse. It could burn down. I'm 1 second away from total chaos and destruction. So it's really rare to find a human who's like, I'm good enough. Now, men typically have more of a good enoughness than we insane women do. Not because men are more psychologically savvy. Heavens no. It's because they haven't been plagued on every level of their face, body, intellect as we have. We women have been screwed by impossible perfectionism in every area. But men are not. Men are given a lot of leeway, which is quite obvious when you look at them, especially in their middle-aged paunchiness and baldiness, and they don't care. They don't care. Catch a woman being in her the fittest person on earth and make money and do this and do that and do this and do that. So this plague needs to be destroyed, right? You're looking to kill the virus. First kill this virus inside you, because this unworthiness is what's going to come back post-pandemic. And then what was the point of all this? Each one of us is living trapped in our desire to gain validation from the other. Each one is looking at the other and going, she's better than me. You do it. Each one of us is comparing to the other. But little do we realize that they're comparing to us, because each one of us has something that the other one simply doesn't have. So who is going to stop this madness and say, you know what? I'm not playing this game anymore. I'm not going to compare anymore, because I'll never match up to my list of ideal qualities. The list is only got 3,722 qualities on a Monday. Every day it adds up to more. I cannot do that. I can't do this to myself. And each one of us is doing it to each other. We want the one thing that one has. Then we want the one thing that the next one has. Then we want the one thing that the other one has. If the other one has the round dining table, my goodness. And we have a much better house than her, but she has the round dining table, but we have a square one. That's it. We're not good enough. You know what I mean. It's symbolic, yes? So when is this madness going to end? I see it in client after client after client. And this unworthiness stops us from living. We don't believe we have a right to live joyfully. So this is connected to my talk about death yesterday. Even if we accept death, but we don't know how to live in the present, which is with worthiness, we don't believe that we can be alive. So we might as well just die, because anyway, we're living in a dead way, in a dead-end way, looking and hungry for validation on the outside. As long as we're driven by the outer world, we will continually be deadened. It's only when we wake up to our own This is who I got. This is the body I got. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, this is who you got. So this is who you're married to. This is the eternal marriage till death do us part. So look at yourself in the mirror and go, we are here together till death do us part. So I have a choice to now keep resisting and keep crying and keep being unhappy and loving other people more than I love you. Or I can say, you know what? I'm married to you. This is my core relationship. This is my primary attachment. If this is not okay, you and your reflection, if this is not okay, then nothing else will be okay ever. And our children will absorb this unworthiness. But it means looking in the mirror and accepting the wrinkles, accepting the cellulite, accepting the chubbiness, accepting the obesity, accepting the diabetes, whatever it is. But now you'll say, oh, so if we accept it, we might as well just, do nothing about it, and we won't ever be better. That's not what I'm saying. The first place is to make peace with the reality. The second step then is to take action and decide, okay, what can I make changes in? But the changes are not being made from a lack, a scarcity, an abnegation, a flogging of the self. The choice is made out of celebration of the self. I'm so amazing that I want to eat healthy. I'm so loving of myself that I want to exercise, because my body is so important to me that I want to take such good care of it. My mind, is the most important mind of all. More than yours, more than yours, more than yours. So I must dedicate time to its growth and development. My rest, my goodness, I am so important that my rest must come before anyone else. So I'm sorry, I have to go to sleep right now. My well-being is of supreme importance to me. Now, who do you know who talks like this? So the other day in a video, I happened to say extempore that I'm the most important person. I have to confess, as soon as I finished saying that, and then the video was up, I was like, oh my goodness, people are going to think I'm so self-absorbed. Who talks like that? I am the most important person in my life. And I had to do a big deconstruction, and that's why I'm doing this talk today. I'm going to make more videos on this too. Because there's such a curse within our own beings to be against that kind of speech. Like, I cannot say I'm the most important, because then I'm selfish, I'm self-absorbed, I'm a total bitch. If I say my children are the most important, people will be like, wow, she's so amazing. Or my mother-in-law is the most important. Or the sick people of the world are the most important. But what total bullshit is that? Why should I say that? What makes them more important than me? What makes my children more important than me? They can be almost as important. But they can't be more important. I'm sorry, they just can't. You know why? Because if they're more important than you, that means you're not taking care of yourself. If you're not growing and developing yourself, then they're not going to grow and develop. Now, of course, if your kid is crying and you want to go to sleep, don't go to sleep. Yes, go take care of your kid. I'm not advocating self-absorption. I'm advocating your equal worth, that you are worthy. And this abnegation and this self-sacrifice and this, I'm so selfless and I'm so giving. It's not a virtue. It's actually coming from deep insecurity. It's coming from separation from our marriage to ourselves. So when are we going to claim this? We can only claim it though. It's very easy to say and sexy to say, you're important, do this and do that. But these empty motivations never work. You know why? Because they last for a minute, they make us feel good, the endorphins go up, and then we forget. Because in truth, the only way it will start to disappear is if you begin to be aware, moment after moment after moment, how unworthy you feel. So when you give up your power, you have to look inside and realize, why did I just say yes when I meant to say no? Oh, it's because I don't think I'm important. The next time someone gives you a compliment and you say, oh, you know what, and you make an excuse for it, check in with yourself. Why did I just do that? Because I believe I'm not worthy of a compliment? Can't I just say thank you very much? And how about this? How about when you wear something amazing, you walk out into the audience or the party and you say, hello, can you tell me how I look? And be ready to get any kind of feedback. But we don't ask for feedback. We don't claim our space. We don't speak. We expect everyone to be psychic only because we feel unworthy to receive. Because we're constantly comparing. Comparison is the seed of unworthiness, right? It keeps planting unworthiness. The only way we will begin to be worthy is if we declare, no more comparison. We're not going to compare. I'm done. Because comparison is a total mind F. It totally Fs you up. Because you take a little bit of this person, a little bit of this. It's like a buffet table. No, you can't. You're not a person that's made into a meal at a buffet table. You're not a little bit of Chinese, a little bit of Italian, a little bit of spice, a little bit of relish, a little bit of... No. You are a little bit of you, and you. So trying to piece yourself together, a little bit of her, a little bit of a ballet dancer, a little bit of a tap dancer, jazz singer, saxophone player. What insanity is this? Everyone cannot be everything. No one can be everything. So it's only when you declare, from today, I'm walking in my own lane, I'm staying in my own kitchen, I'm wearing my own apron, and I'm cooking my own damn bad food, and I'm going to be happy with it. That it is what it is. Declare to your children, this is the mother you got. You don't like her, you like your neighbors, you like the neighbor's mother. As my daughter says all the time, other mothers are better. I go, oh, do I see a lock on the door? I don't see any lock on the door. So same with the partner. Oh, you don't like this? Oh, not good enough? I get it. I'm not a match. How can I be a match for a person who's completely different? I get it. Door is open, right? Yesterday somebody posted a meme saying, I can't fit into your box. Feel free to be disappointed. So you make a t-shirt. Feel free to be disappointed by me. I get it. I can't be all things to you. I'm so sorry, but I get it. And on the flip, the other person can't be all things to you. So let it go. Stop expecting some other person on the outside, including your children, to be your fantasy child. It doesn't exist. That child doesn't exist. And the fantasy child is on their way to doom if they're a fantasy child. Because, oh my goodness, they have surely abdicated their true self to be your fantasy child. So stop comparing. Stop competing. Get out of the competition. This entire world is capitalist and makes money because it feeds off our unworthiness. It tells us we should be with blonde hair when you have dark hair. The dark haired people, you should have curly hair. The curly hair should have straight. The straight should have... It just doesn't end. But isn't it magnificent? This is how the system is capitalist. It capitalizes on your insecurity. If you're all happy with yourself, this is doom for capitalism. What? Imagine if all of us women post-pandemic said no more hair dye. Just that would collapse the cosmetic industry. And then we say no more lipstick. No more lipstick. We're not wearing any more lipstick. We're done painting our lips some other color. I mean, think about it. We paint our lips blue and orange. I mean, there's no harm. It's great fun. I love it myself. But we don't have to have 15,000 lipstick colors either. So we need to stop trying to be all things for all people and start accepting who it is we are. That is the end of unworthiness. So let this hiatus or this trauma, whatever you want to call it, because it's a bit of a hiatus and it's a bit of a trauma, wake us up to how we're living our own lives and make us realize that we've been living in fear out of our unworthiness. We're not worthy to chase joy. We're not worthy to chase joy. Other people can chase joy, not us. And certainly men can chase joy, but not us. We're not worthy to have an awakened heart. We're not worthy to have an awakened mind. We're not worthy to have an awakened sexuality. We're not worthy to have best friends around us. We're not worthy to laugh all day. We're not worthy to say, you know what? I'm going hiking all day. We're not worthy because we have been conditioned that our worth lies outside of us. So till we get there to that unachievable standard of impossible perfectionism, we will stay unworthy. You know, all the women are just waiting till they lose the last 10 pounds, which, by the way, is a total farce because those last 10 pounds, they don't go away. So as long as we're waiting to lose the last 10 pounds, we're not going to move. I'll do that job when I lose the last 10 pounds. I'll do that. I'll look for a new lover or boyfriend or girlfriend when I lose the last 10 pounds, so to speak. So we're all waiting to lose the last 10 pounds. It's a metaphor to say that you're all waiting for that one X factor to complete your life. Then, you know, when I get my PhD, then. When I get my master's, then. When I run a marathon, then. When I then. No more. No more if then. That was pre-pandemic. Now, it's only now. Now. No more if then. Because the then now we realize may not be coming. So now what? You're going to not live your life till you lose the last 10 pounds? Till you get that degree? No. Whatever you have in front of you, how much ever money you have, whatever 5 clothes and 5 friends, that is where the now is. And if it's in the now, it's abundant. Now take those 6 things you have, whatever 5 or 6 things you've decided is good enough in you. You may like your jawline, or you may like your, artistic ability, or you may just like the way you make mashed potatoes. Whatever 5 damn things you have 5. Now take that and start. Because if you think you're going to be the gourmet chef, and if you think you're going to be the marathon winner, and you think you're going to be, size -0, it's not going to happen. So stop holding on to your skinny clothes, throw them out. For years, every woman has the skinny closet and the fat closet. She says, no, one day, I'm going to go back into the skinny clothes. Why? That's not who you are now. And if you become that again, then we buy the clothes then. Please give your clothes away to the skinny person next door who you're not liking very much right now. So to speak, it just means start now. Stop waiting. Stop filling your life and your closets with things that are not you. If you're not a chef, you're not a chef. Can you give away all your recipe books? It's not happening. If your clothes don't fit, they're not going to fit for a long time. Give it away. And as you begin to surround your life with you, who are you? What is you? And you pick the people who now most match you. Now, 10 years ago, other people matched you. Now you look at them and you're like, they don't match me anymore. Not to say that people are disposable, but they can go into the background and other people can come in front. It's okay. You can change your style. You can change the people you like. You have infinite flow and choice. Why do we act as if only those 5 people from 1929 need to be in our life right now? No. Life transforms. You transform if you allow yourself to be in the now. Is your life matching you now? Who are you now? I don't care what all you have on your vision board for tomorrow, all your dreams and aspirations. That's coming, if it ever comes. Now. Whatever you are now, fat, skinny, tall, pimple, no pimple, whatever is now, take the now and go and start living now and enjoying your life now. Love the husband, love the wife, love the child, because they're in your now. And if you can't love them, love that you can't love them and know that changes will come. Whatever is now is you. So no more thumbing through magazines, looking at celebrities, waiting for a life that isn't you. The life that you have now is most likely you right now. And from here, through this acceptance, through this joyful celebration of who it is you are, you infuse your life with power, with curiosity, with positivity, because you're okay. From okay comes more okay. From lack cannot come okay. From okay can come okay. So if you're not okay, how can we expect more okay from the vision board? You cannot have the yacht and the dream island vacation when inside you're full of rocks and rubble and desert sand. You have to become lush. You have to become the desert, the island adventure within you to then attract it on the outside. So it all comes down to earth. And that's what you have to declare. I am worthy. I am enough. No more competition. No more comparison. So practice that today. And I will be back here tomorrow. Just to remind you all, my courses, I have so many courses for teenagers, for children. I have courses on relationships. I have courses on worth and manifestation. You can go to my website, go to courses. Please use the coupon code because I'm giving refunds because you forget to use the coupon code. Half off, 50% slashed, only till June 1st. So I've had it for 2 months. I'm giving enough time. If you really want to develop and if you like my style of teaching, I have hours and hours of teaching. Take my courses for half off till June 1st. Okay, everyone, I will see you in the near now. Thank you, guys. Yes, Mariam, you are worthy. You are definitely worthy. Thank you, guys. See you in the next now.